Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
We're going to be watching more Better Call Saul today. We are on episode 6 of season 4. This one's called Piñata.
Piñata.
It's going to be the piñata.
I actually have one downstairs tucked away in the closet that's been there for a couple years, but there's no candy inside, sadly enough. I don't know why. I mean, it did have a purpose at one point, and there was actual candy in there, and then something happened to all the candy, and it's still intact. Like, the actual piñata's still intact.
Like, more please.
So, you've been, like, kind of sneaking it out of there little by little, and anywho. So, piñata, what do you think that means for this episode?
Gonna get mentally beat up or something.
Yeah. Or they're just going to be full of candy.
Or it's really going to be a true piñata.
Or tricks, a lot of tricks into the piñata.
I mean, a lot of people are so beaten in this, like mentally, physically, but oh my god, like Nacho, but I'm thinking mentally, that who's going to be like a human piñata? I kind of relate that to Gus, though. I feel like that's going to be more physical or something. And maybe Mike now, because he's going to be doing bigger jobs for Gus now, because he's been security guard for a while, but he's going to have bigger jobs. So maybe
it could be Kim, because she's taking on all this stuff with Mesa Verde and.
Yeah, and she's kind of done with it. I mean, she's like, okay, it won't happen again. But the way, I mean, she's professional when she says things, but she mentally checked out. Like, she's helping smaller.
Yeah, I think when they said they were going to go federal chapter, I think she was like, this is overwhelming. I want to do something else.
I mean, one thing is too much for her for that big.
Yeah.
And then now going to all these different locations and having to fly and handling it all on your own. Like, what? Like, that's way too much. So.
And it's so nice that the company and, you know, Kevin, he just adores her and has so much stock in her, but she just can't do it on her own. I think that was her breaking point when she saw all the models and she was like, I can't do this. Take me to the courthouse. I'm going to see how things are run down there. I think that's the way she's probably going to go. And that's probably why she treated Paige like that. But she makes so much good money doing it.
I know, and that's the hard part. And it just takes over her life to the point where she got into an accident. So that's the hard part.
Everything.
Yeah, and your health.
You're right.
And, and it's hard, though. She was making great money with that. But hopefully she can feel good helping, like the people.
Yeah, she really helped out that. Yeah, that young girl. She just waited for her to get dressed and paid for the taxi. And
to talk her through it to actually go, because she was just going to skip because she was so freaked out, and she had to explain it to her, but she had to be patient, and that's huge. So I'm hoping that will work out for her. But I mean, and she's also really good with Jimmy, and she really cares for him. I mean, she's being very supportive, but I feel like she's going to start going down a bad path too, because she doesn't ask Jimmy questions too much. Like, she knows that he does bad things, and to what extent,
like when he goes out in the middle of the night and comes back.
Ask.
That's right. Yeah.
Like, oh, you got beat up by that? Like, oh, I got mugged. But you were gone until how long? Like, how late was that? But she never asks questions there. But she knows he likes to do shady things, and she really does care for him, which I love.
She does.
I just feel like they're both going down this spiral path that's not good,
Yeah, and it's probably because she might be thinking to do this type of work because she's probably feeling that Jimmy was the underdog, exactly, and she wants to help people and push them along to better themselves, and she's the key. She can do that, and I think she'll enjoy it, but. And she did some tough love with that kid when that kid didn't appreciate what her work.
Yeah, he was kind of,
She just gave him some tough love. You go back to your grandfather and ask for that job back.
Yeah, and hopefully he listened. He seemed to kind of like, go, okay, after that.
Yeah.
Really, I hope so. But shall we get into this one, guys?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So this is 406.
Old mailroom days.
I love how you always have a hue. Color, like a bluish hue or brown.
Howard's End all the way down, huh?
I just love Emma Thompson.
Who doesn't?
She's so pragmatic.
Well, fingers crossed.
If you wouldn't stop at every cubicle to chat.
It's called being friendly. It's great for morale.
It is great for wasting time.
Oh,
I did it. What?
Isaacson? The case?
But can you just big picture it for me?
I am.
So then he was able to get
Chuck
the money.
won a case using only the power of obscure case law. And congratulations again on Isaacson.
Sounds like it was Isaacson v. Chuck handing him his butt on a platter, huh?
Isaacson is our client. Served on platters. That's right. Thanks, Jimmy.
That'll be you soon.
Yep. See you later, Jimmy.
See ya.
Good old days.
Last call for ballots.
So we shouldn't be doing that either.
Yeah, right?
That's something fun.
Yeah.
And then lawyer.
USV United Foods.
Oh, I was thinking of that. Like a shelf.
Does that mean you were able to schedule an appointment with a therapist?
I decided not to go.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, listen, I know you wanted me to go.
You have to do what's best for you.
Sushi tonight?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Sushi.
So, how long you got with that thing?
3 more weeks.
Can I sign it? Do people still do that? Please have a seat.
It's funny.
How's James holding up? I didn't get to speak with him at the funeral.
She swallowed hard.
We're taking it one day at a time. How's your banking division?
You're right.
Would you like one?
Wow, that's ooh.
Wow.
Thought it was for the underground lab.
way from the rest of your operation. Werner will probably take his own. The rest of the guys can double up. These guys are gonna be doing 10 hours heavy labor every day, all night, then coming home to this. We can't just keep them alive. We gotta keep them from climbing the walls. Probably help to have a couple German speakers as well.
I can provide you, man.
I'm gonna need to vet them, no offense.
Of course.
Nice. So thorough.
You got a pen?
I'll remember.
Treadmills. You want to check wholesale providers, these guys are going to tear right through consumer grade.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy McGill.
Yes, I'm looking for Jimmy McGill.
Yeah, you found him.
The lawyer?
Yeah.
Geraldine Strauss. Heart failure.
Uh-huh.
Get the Alpine Shepherd boy?
I'm sorry?
Oh, that lady.
The Hummel.
Yeah.
Oh, the little figure. Yeah, he got it.
She
Sorry,
was
it
the
left.
star of his commercial.
Oh, it already happened.
Anyway, it's my busiest time at work.
Hamlin McGill has an excellent estate law department. Just ask for
good.
Francis Sheff, and he'll point you in the right direction.
I was gonna watch the commercial.
Oh, I just feel so guilty.
Then one day they said all my money was gone.
Oh.
Where did it all go?
If you were a loved one as a resident of a Sandpiper Crossing facility, somewhere good?
Somewhere very good. You could be here too.
Uh-oh. Like a scam? Pretend scam?
I hope not.
I know.
Hey, Giselle.
I was thinking we could just be Kim and Jimmy today.
Okay.
Kim
Those
Jim.
two aren't all bad.
I'd be coming in as a partner. I've been taking on some pro bono work. Overflow from the public defender's office.
PD overflow. When did you? Why?
I'm helping people. And I know that sounds cheesy. It's, it's whatever, but it's the truth.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
It'll keep paying the bills and free me up to do the work I really care about.
Man.
Oh, boy.
I'm just ignoring him. Oh no, it's gonna pass out.
Kim, you gotta do what's best for you.
You sure?
Yes. I can't ask you to wait around for me. To Schweikert and Coakley and Wexler.
Long title.
Yeah, right.
They abbreviate it.
I stand by what I said. The guy's a charlatan. But there's a time and there's a place, and that wasn't it. I was thinking maybe I could pick Kaylee up from school tomorrow.
That'd be a big help, Pop.
The firm's reputation is not what it was.
So what's the plan?
The consultants call it right sizing.
Get your shit together, Howard.
Why do you have to
Excuse me?
talk?
Please, you suffer one little setback and you're gonna let your entire legacy
One little
go?
setback?
One little setback.
You want to save your
Oh my
business?
God.
You want to save your dignity? You're gonna have to fight. Fuck you, Jimmy. There you go. Use that.
Maybe just trying to get him back.
Saying it to help him, or was it
Yeah, I think he's.
to be just mean?
I hope that helped him.
Oh, so he didn't pay off his credit card.
How much did that cost?
Probably $5,000.
Exactly.
And look at the store owner. Like, oh, God.
What are you doing?
Oh, Mrs. Nguyen. Just, step right on in any time,
No, she doesn't want that.
That's on me.
Get rich quick schemes never work.
Just watch me.
No, you what?
She's smart.
I'd never tasted something so sweet. It was like caramel. Opportunist. This time, I was ready. I caught it. The merciful thing would have been to give it. I kept it. It lived for quite some time.
Oh, jeez.
Twitch.
Ist das eine Bar?
Ja.
Sieht so aus.
Hallo. Bitte.
Das stimmt.
It's awesome.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Nice chairs, huh?
That means you too.
Too busy. Look at him.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Over here, Kai.
Es
Not
reicht.
listening. Look at him. Wise. Been a wise guy.
We got 4 bedrooms between the 2 houses.
So when do the girls get here?
He's going to be a hard one.
Oh boy.
Let's set it straight now.
Anything within reason.
Oh, he's
Okay.
Work starts tomorrow night.
This guy's too cocky.
Michael, they are all good boys. Once the work begins, they focus.
One guy's gonna be trouble.
Yeah, feeling he is.
You keep an eye on this one.
What's he gonna do? Again? Like, they beat the crap out of you.
Wow. All right, straight talk. I need to be able to sell my phones without worrying about getting ripped off.
Give me all you got, now.
I'm trying to make money for all of us here. Just work with me.
You talk too
Oh
much.
boy.
That's what he gets. Jogging outfit on.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he pushes it.
Oh boy.
You're like the
Yeah, I
stupidest
knew it.
person I've ever met.
Oh, look it behind you.
Piñata!
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
He's just trying to scare him. Oh my God, break your legs.
Jeez.
It's gonna hurt like a bitch either way. What was that? Was it slow?
I'll swear, man, I'll swear anything you want me to.
Oh, who's this?
Cross your heart and hope to die?
Yes, man.
And you will spread the word that I'm off limits?
Yes. We'll tell everyone. We'll say, don't mess with the cell phone guy.
I think they get it.
Listen to what he says. I got the message.
Oh no. Is he really going to hit him in the
Oh my
head?
gosh.
Is that important to you? Go ahead.
No, please.
No!
Oh, they're scaring them.
You get one warning, and that was it.
Get yourselves down.
God's sakes, that was
Okay, so that was
He
bad.
owns the
but-
streets
really
now.
scared them.
First of all, how did you guys feel about that scene?
Hey, they were bullies and they scared them. I think they scared them a lot. I don't think they'll be doing that.
That's really bad. They broke
It
into a
is.
Piñata place,
Oh, my
damaged their
God.
property, and left him there to hang.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
unless they
really
had.
bad. That's so many
unless
other
they paid that
crimes
guy
on top
off
of
or
what he's
something.
going to
Right,
do.
my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, that was
scared him
bad
like
what
that.
went down, but I was very happy to see that happen because those
Yes.
punk kids
Yes, I
were
do.
jackasses.
They
They're
were.
just
They
to-
just
That's
wanted,
right.
they thought he was
fight
an
and-
easy target, and we're just going to do what we want. It was
That's
very
right.
satisfying.
It was very
to see that.
satisfying.
That's right,
That's a
it
good word
was,
for it.
That is like
It was
for
really
everything
terrible,
he's-
but
yeah,
it was good.
it was
Oh my God,
horrible.
yes.
And we were even gullible for a while too, because it kept going on, and we know how much of a con artist he is. So to be like, okay, guys, that's enough. And they keep hitting it. I'm like, okay, yeah,
Oh,
that's to
yes,
scare him
see?
even more. To be like, okay, well, this means we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna die if we don't listen to him. And then it kept going until the last one. And I was like, wait a minute,
Oh, God.
what?
Oh, God.
Oh man, but he
Jimmy.
does have friends, and they'll
Yes,
come
he
back
does.
later.
Yes.
Oh, my God, that was
All
funny.
levels.
Yeah, so that was
Whoa.
very satisfying to me. I was like, yeah, you do that. I mean, here Jimmy's doing very illegal stuff. Everything is bad, and it's just like you get the crap beat out of him. And
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense that he would do that because for him to go back up to those kids, I'm like, I was gullible, and I was like, okay, you're really gonna go through them again? I mean, it was a good way to pitch it to be like, oh, you can get constant revenue if you don't rip me off. But I'm like,
Yep.
you're really going to trust that, though? Because there's I don't know if you bring enough phones there at once. And I don't know. I was just like, wow, that's too desperate. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But how great. And what a good runner, too. Like, he was ready.
Oh my God, he
God,
was
yes.
prepared, and
That's
they
right.
just thought he was such an ass for doing that. You're so
right.
gullible, and
So stupid.
Jimmy had a plan. This time he had a plan. The last time
had a plan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And probably his incentive is two things. First off, he got the $5K. He didn't pay off his credit card. He's doing this so he makes more money in hopes of making more money. And also Kim's pursuant to go to the other law firm, Stokely. So he's like, okay, I don't think we're ever going to be a thing anymore at the WM.
That hit him hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think that's even making him go this
Worse.
path even more
Yeah,
so.
definitely.
I'm really happy for Kim, but I totally agree. He's becoming more like the Saul persona.
Oh, that,
Yes.
definitely.
I am happy for Kim. I think that's a good decision on her end
Good.
because she was overwhelmed. It was way too much for her to take on, and I think this is the safest and best approach for her because then she's a partner too. Like, holy crap. She wanted that at HHM and it never happened. So this is amazing. And she can have her own group too. She can start a banking department.
That's right.
That's right,
Their own
definitely, yeah.
division. That's,
So that's
amazing.
And when she told him about that, I thought for sure when he went to go to the restroom or something like that, I thought he was going to pass out.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was
yes.
really
Yeah.
upset about it.
Yeah, he
Sure
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that conversation I was cringing a lot because I was just feeling for Jimmy. I was so happy for Kim, but I'm like, yeah, he's going to hate it. And for him to walk away. And, he's trying to be level-headed with her, too, because they both support each other, even if they don't like it. Because even her not happy about him not seeing a therapist, she kind of just nodded, thought about it, and said, okay. So they kind of bury their true emotions to make each other feel better or just to support each
Yeah.
other, which isn't good. But at the same time, you have to be supportive, especially for Kim. Like, that was huge for her to take that job. I think that's really safe for her to do.
And it's really smart. She's not putting Mesa Verde into, any kind of trouble or anything like that. Just dropping
help.
them. It's
That's
going to
right.
be a huge help.
Yeah.
And I think that when she was disappointed about him not going to therapy, she says, you have to do what's best for you. And he said that same thing to her
Yeah.
when she told him about the law firm. So, yeah, you're right. They don't want to tell their true emotions because she knows that he's emotionally unstable right now because of what happened with Chuck and him. And he knows she's trying to get back on her feet after the accident. So, and they do support each other and they're really good for each other.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll stay that way and hopefully it'll be still, a positive thing.
I really do like Jimmy and Kim together. And I think they do have a good relationship, but I think it might be a little toxic too. I don't know, because they both blindly just love each other and defend each other. And even though if it's not fully correct, you know, and like what they defend. But I mean, just thinking of Kim really going after Howard because she just loves Jimmy so much.
I know
Yes,
it.
that's
I
right,
know
yeah.
it.
I mean, Howard, I just feel so terrible for, and for Jimmy too. Like I mean, it was terrible what Jimmy said to Howard, but at the
Yeah.
same time, with him
That's right.
drilling that to him, hopefully that'll give him some steam to work harder, I guess. But
Yeah.
he's so defeated right now.
I think that's going to just make him more sad
I think so too.
because he's taking it too
Yes.
hard. He's too fragile right now.
And
Yes.
Jimmy's blowing it off like it was nothing. Oh, boo-hoo, you're going to let this little thing bother you? Like, he made Chuck's death sound so petty that it was
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like, this is awful. And Kim knows that, and that's why she wants him to see a therapist, because he changed a lot.
Oh, sure.
But she doesn't want to push it if he doesn't want to. So, I mean, not that she'll win. She can't be like, oh, you better go or else, because he's a grown man and he can make his own decisions. But he's in a bad place right now, and just the way he's coping.
Terrible.
Yeah. And she sees he's changing. And I'm glad that he told her the truth, that he really didn't want to go to therapy.
Yeah.
That was big.
Yeah,
Because he was,
definitely.
lying, oh, I'm going to call, or I called and I made an appointment. But I'm glad he told her the truth. And I'm glad that she told him that she likes to do the court work, the pro bono work. She likes to help people, and I'm glad she told him the truth too on that.
too,
So
yeah,
it's
definitely.
good that they are starting to balance and starting to
A little bit, yeah.
be honest.
Somewhat.
For the most part, yeah.
Yes.
He's not telling her that he paid
Because
off his
I
credit
don't know why I'm
card.
spacing out right now, because he even said, well, I tried going for a bit and then I didn't like it. Did he try going? I don't remember.
I don't.
He
think
said he was going to go to an appointment or something, or
think
he
he never
made an
did.
appointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he said he went and he just realized it wasn't for him. Like he did at
Oh.
first go, and then he... I mean, at first he said, I just didn't go, but then I think he said, I tried it and I tried to go, but I just found out it wasn't for me. So it sounded like he tried a few sessions. And then he didn't like it.
Okay.
Oh,
So I liked it too, that he was honest at first, but then he started saying that, and I'm like, I don't recall him ever going. Like he kept thinking
Yeah,
about
me
going.
No, I know he said he was going to make a call, or he made the call or something like that. So he was going that day.
Mm-hmm.
But
who knows?
We'll find
that's
out when
pretty
we
big.
edit
We'll
the
find out,
video,
yeah.
or you guys will let
Mhm.
us know too. And so they are trying to be a little honest with each other, but still there are a lot of lies still in the mix, you know.
yeah.
And
Especially
now him
on
doing the
Jimmy's
phones,
end.
yeah, not doing the
Yes,
phones,
Jimmy.
like that's not good. And it is fun watching him do all these cons though, because he's just so freaking smart.
Look at all
with
the
that.
phones he got now.
Yeah, I mean, he bought all those phones,
Yes.
and now he's chancing all that to sell them because he's that confident, and he is that good.
He is, but he just started this job. Like he's less than a month out. He's doing this huge shipment,
That's right.
like
Wow.
doing his own
Nobody's
thing. There's
checking on
no
him.
Go-getter. He's just ready to
Not
There's
roll.
checking
no
on the
traffic
store.
going in there. The boss isn't checking in on him.
As I mean,
It's like
nobody.
the perfect scenario for him. No cameras.
Yeah.
And,
And going to Mike now, like that was impressive too. Like he's really good. He thinks things through all the time, and he wants to keep
Definitely.
the employees happy because they're going to be doing something very illegal, and you want to keep them quiet and happy so they do a very good job. They stay focused. And that one guy, he's going to be trouble, obviously.
Yeah, of course
Like,
he
there's-
is.
Kai.
he's going to be
Yeah.
really bad at
Yeah.
one point. But I love that exchange where you have this cocky guy we don't know. I mean, he could be very dangerous too because we don't know anything about him. But then Mike, you're on his territory, and he's just that confident where he's looking at him like, oh yeah, we're going to do about it. And Mike is just looking at him like
yeah.
like not even moving, just looking, just sizing him up, like looking up and down and being like, I'm going to take you
Yeah,
down,
you're gonna have your eyes on him.
Yeah.
Just telling one of the guys.
Especially since he did all of this. Like, they're paying you, and to just be disrespectful like that, and they bought all this stuff for you to be comfortable, like, who does that? I mean, I don't know. I don't know anyone like that. But again, they're doing something illegal. But to actually have this warehouse where they have a bunch of things for them to enjoy, to keep them comfortable, like that's a lot. Not just houses, but activities to do so they don't go crazy.
sure.
And,
Yeah,
a freaking bar.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah.
And
Anything they want.
to do the treadmills, that's very thoughtful because they can't go out and jog. They can't go out and walk, whatever, because,
Yeah.
And
they
how
just
long?
can't be out
10
in
months or
public.
something? Like, or 10 hours a day? I don't remember how many months they said.
10 hours a day.
10 hours
They
a
said
day, yeah.
6 months, but Mike said probably 8 months, 10 months.
Yeah. And even the main guy said that there could be problems along the way, but
Sure.
that's what he's getting.
That's
So he was
right,
very
yeah.
realistic. So you have to think of accommodations where they need to be healthy, they need to be in the right mind and just do their work. But you already have this guy right from the start who's rebelling or just being so freaking
yes.
disrespectful and doesn't
He
care.
is.
I'm like, wow. He's probably
Yeah.
like,
He's
well,
gonna
you
be
can't
trouble.
replace me.
Big
I know
T.
too much or whatever. But he probably doesn't realize like how bad of a situation this is or how scary and dangerous they are. So he might figure that out soon. Not
Yeah,
really
he
life.
might be the greatest asset or the biggest pain in the butt. He gets
Who
himself
knows?
killed.
I think the latter of the two.
Yeah, so I think we're definitely going to see a lot of him. But I want to see this thing get built because we've heard stuff, we've seen the results of it, and how impressive it is. But to
Yeah,
actually see it in
state-of-the-art.
action, you got to be so careful because you can easily
gosh.
lose your life too. Things can collapse on you and just explosions and
Oh,
all kinds of stuff. But
Yeah. And what about that conversation with Gus? Well, the one-sided conversation. Gus
That's right.
talking to Hector about that story.
yeah.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah, it's crazy. So just to go back to that whole thing with Gus being so angry at Nacho, like, yes, he didn't want that to happen, but he just hates Hector. We can't forget that he killed his partner point blank
yeah,
when he was
That's
more
right.
innocent, kind of. You know, he was selling drugs, but he was more innocent.
he
Yeah.
was.
That's right.
And he was
Just
very
right in
proud
front
of
of
his
him.
work. Yep.
So he
That's
just has so
something.
much hate and he just wants revenge. So he wants to be the one to kill him. So
Yep.
that's that whole
Yeah,
thing
that's
right
right,
there.
yeah.
It's not because he's like, well, I think part of it still, even though I know we were talking about that on the channel and just through the comments as well, it's mainly that reason, the hatred. He wants revenge against Hector, but he's also a boss and probably just trying to make a statement like, you can't do that. You're just an underling and you can't. try to
Right.
take out
And
a boss
then
or something.
it's going to be chaos because people are going to fight for that territory. And then he said chaos, and then chaos brings the DEA.
Yeah.
So there's, a couple of
Yeah.
reasons why he wants Hector to stay alive, but he's going to torture him the whole way through.
Yeah. I mean, watching Gus, like, he is just so impressive and such a great character. Like, watching him, I'm always intimidated, and he's so professional and knows how to
definitely.
talk to people. He handles a lot of the work himself and just the dirty work, too, when he has to really, like, show
That's right, Michael. Yeah.
that you don't mess with me, to really gain respect that way, too. It's just amazing. And I like him talking with Mike and really being like,
Yeah, he
whatever you
listens
need
to Mike, because
Definitely.
he's
So early
reasonable.
on.
He thinks all the way out. He doesn't like think for the moment. He's always planning and always saying, do more and my guys. And I have to vet. I'm sorry, but I have to vet your guys. And
Yeah, that was good.
That's
yeah,
right.
I'm so glad that Mike went to see Stacy and they hashed it out after that meeting they had, the bereavement meeting.
Oh,
That was
because
good.
yeah, they had to clear the air, and then she finally called him Pop, and
That's right. Yeah, that
he's
was
going to
good.
babysit. So they had to smooth it out. He doesn't want to talk to Anita. He's probably not going to go back to the bereavement group, but he's got his
Yeah, because
hands
that would be
full.
really awkward and it'll make everyone else uncomfortable. Mike was right, but he also kind of apologized in his own way that it wasn't the right time and place. But he
Yes.
was like, I was a liar. Not exact words, but, like, he was honest about it.
Yes,
He lost his cool there because his son, like, he heard his name and talking to her, like, it really just hit a nerve. And not that he took it out on her, but that's why he had to call out that guy because he couldn't hear him trying to make a woe is me story when he was actually
Yeah,
hurting
was
about his own
everybody-
son.
yeah.
So that
Oh,
was
yeah.
good that he apologized.
It
in
was
his own
great.
way.
And, yes, I mean, pathological liars, I mean, that is a mental disorder, I'm sure. But,
Oh, it has to
that's
be.
not the place to, I mean, but they don't know better. They just constantly have to lie.
Yeah.
And who better to
Right.
have, you got an audience right here.
That's
Okay,
right.
you'll hear
And
me.
I mean, it's something I never ever thought of before. So that probably does happen a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, God almighty. I mean, you got an audience. Why not?
I mean, even look at, a lot different, I guess, but with Jesse too. Like just going into a group of vulnerable people, trying to not get attention like the
Yes,
other guy,
taking
but
it-
trying to get something for himself and selling
right.
drugs to people.
Right.
So
That's right,
that
that's
was
very
really, really
true.
bad. And I felt so bad for them. They're victims and here like, oh, well, you're trying to be like, oh, well, I'm here for
and
you
it's
guys.
Drug
and-
Anonymous. I mean, they're alcohol and
God,
Drug Anonymous or
that's-
whatever.
Yeah, trying to like make them think about it, like, oh, I really want this right now, and trying to make them crave drugs and then sell it to them. Like that's just terrible.
Yeah, that's the most
It is
vulnerable
terrible, yes.
population, and they just feed on it. It's
That's
just
horrible,
like
yeah.
vultures or sharks,
Yeah, and I know going
Terrible.
to group sessions like that are probably really helpful. I know they help
They
so
are.
many people, but it makes you wonder like how many actually get involved and cause trouble and lie and try to do stuff. with
Probably
their
a very
name.
small amount
I hope
of
so.
people.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
Unless you have Mike in the meeting, then then you'll be all right. He'll weed him out for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
you
right?
will. Fess up.
So guys, I really need to get a shirt that says "Thank you so much for watching," because Tom actually mentioned that at one point that we should put it in the back because that would be hilarious.
Yes, that's right.
So can't wait to watch more of this, guys. It's a very good show, and you guys told us season 5, I believe, I'll check that again, but I think it's on Amazon. So we'll have to jump Netflix because now we're catching up. So we're almost in present time. It'll still take a while though because we watch once a week, but we watch a ton of things every week, so it's fun.
Yes.
But thank you guys so much for watching. Please check out our store. You can check out our Patreon to see videos a lot earlier.
That's right.
And we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Mom's arm is all flimsy.
Oh, shit.